Hello there, this is Victor Santana with StockHunters.com for September 19th here. We're looking at the daily chart here, looking at the U.S. total markets ETF symbol TMW. And as you can see here, each candle representing 1 day. And we have the RSI and MACD here below. And looking at today's action here, looks like we did touch the above in this area here, and now pulling back could be resulting a possible sell signal here for the swing trading. However, if you look down here at the momentum on the MACD, has not developed a red bar yet, so no confirmation here. So we'll just keep an eye on that. It may want to bounce up higher or continue on a downward. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the individual indices, starting with the Dow. And the Dow is, as you can see, we have the trend here, and it is just right on it here. Let me see if I can continue on with this trend line here. Right on this. Just touching it right here, so we'll have to see what happens. We did touch up in this area in the RSI, so we are pulling back, and but we haven't got a signal to confirm that a potential downturn is coming. So if you have any trades here, I would put a tight stop. Let's look at the S&P. The S&P, we have a similar situation here. If I extend the drawing up here, you could see we're not too far from the beginning, from the bottom of this. We did reach our target area here, now pulling back, and we have not generated a sell signal as of yet. NASDAQ, the strongest of all the signals here. Continue on. Let me go ahead and put a trend line here and see how that is working out. As you can see, we're still way up here. Did reach up to this area here as we anticipated based on this misprint, and sure enough, it reached, and it's floating up in this area. You can see we are overbought, and the red line looks like it's getting ready to cross over in here. Usually when they cross, then we start seeing a down move on these crosses here. So just keep that in mind. Any profits, lock them in right now. The trend is still positive, but just to be very cautious as far as for the swing trade on the NASDAQ. Seems like we did have a candle body larger than yesterday, so it potentially can reach up to this area of 58 or have a triple top area of 59. It's possible, but not as likely. I would consider 57.70 more realistic if we do get a continue up. So we'll just have to wait and see. Let's look at the Russells here. Russells had a pullback today. As you could, based on this, you could see it got oversold. Now it's pulling back. Did get that cross pattern, but we haven't got a signal to go short yet. And then finally, let's look at the global stocks. Global stocks being the weakest of them all. And if I put this trend here, it is still trading below this trend here, and it's never really reached the oversold area here. So because of a lot of weakness, and now it's pulling back, and you can see the MACD, the trend is still below the zero line, and the momentum's getting smaller, so it's getting weak. So that's the weakest of them all. So now let's look at some of the actual swing trades we have here, and the newest one that I recommend for today is TZA. Don't pay attention to this price here for now. With the TZA, here's today's price action here. What I suggest is a couple cents over today's high price. It looks like it's about 44.10. Put an entry with an exit down here at 39.60. Reason being, we did get the setup, and we got the trigger here and the line crossing. So we got the setup and the trigger, indicating that this is where we want to look for entries, and possible targets is probably 47 or 51 if it continues. But if it breaks above here and confirms, then we could go as high as 64, depending how scary the market gets. But this is one area to hedge your portfolio here. Okay, and one that I suggested on Sunday via Twitter. Unfortunately, I didn't have a video for this, but if you follow the tweets, you would be informed. Is SLW, which is Silver Wheaton Corporation. Recommended getting in if it breaks above Friday's high at 39.81, and sure enough, it did. It closed up slightly positive, so we're in play on this one here. We went ahead and put our sell stops at 37.29 at 6.3% risk level here, from here to here. So we think we have enough wiggle room. You could potentially get up to 41.50 area here. We had the setup, and we had the trigger yesterday, which you hardly could see here, but it continues on. So this is where we're at. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now the other areas that we have is AEA. This one here, we got triggered in. Let me try to remember here. On this one up here, we're still slightly negative, and still trading between our entry and our exit here. Hopefully we could see a day or two of a market pop, where as soon as you get any positive money on this, go ahead and take some profits. And KCI, this one here, we got entered it right here in this area. We're kind of in between also, so right between, with the potential 3.5% risk. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. RSI is kind of bending downward, and the trigger signal has now faded and is virtually zero, so it's kind of neutral. If we can get some kind of positive news in a day or two, this thing could pop. And now RAH, this one unfortunately triggered us out last week. If I remember right, this was a Wednesday. Unfortunately, and it happens every so often, we get a large gap down where our exit was here in this area, but it gapped all the way down here, humongous, and traded up. So unfortunately, since it hit our stop, we're out at 11.9, which is considering the circumstance here, is a reasonable loss here. And then, as you can see, it continues to go lower, so we're out of this one. So that'll be the last time I'll talk about this. And TRH, this one here, we entered here and had a positive, but then it continued down, and we got the gap here, excuse me, and it traded up for a few days, but then it pulled back. And if you had it, it triggered the exit right here on Friday, so with the 4% loss, so not too bad. So that is pretty much it. Let me see if I got anything here that I want to go over. We already went over these here. Yes. Okay. So that is pretty much it. Until next time, take care and keep your eyes on the market. And remember, once you put stops, that goes in, your emotions stay out. Take care until next time.